Good morning, folks. We'll be streaming for like the next hour or so. We're just looking for base hits. Base hits, that's it.
Order filled.
And we just keep doing that. We'll keep it safe.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right, we're here. So yeah, the president just said something. They detonated all the mines in the Strait of Hormuz, and market just shot down and it shot back up. Now we're just hovering around 29,232, give or take. But I'm just gonna sit here and just wait to see what happens with this. We're already in the green today. No need to push it when there's a little uncertainty out there. But it looks like with that wick, it looks like we're going to pop up. But yeah, with all the world news that's going on, you don't know. So we're on the 5-minute trading MNQ. And yeah, it's pulling back. So a lot of people, when that happened, they hopped right back in. And the smart ones are probably going to play it safe because it's 50-50. We don't know. We don't know which way it's going to go. But the momentum was heading downward. So why wouldn't we think it would continue downward with even with the hiccup? We'll see. This could turn around. This could make a turnaround for the remainder of the day. We'll see. There's plenty of room above as well as below. As you can see over here on the left, we got the 60-minute. 60-minute is it's looking like a range, really, because you got low down here, which is 28,950, and then you go up here and you got 29,445 or 6, give or take. And yeah, so, but coming up, if this does actually push up, it needs to be a good reason because you got a lot to contend with right here, right over here on the left here. And then it's going to have to contend with all this. It could do it. We'll see. Yeah. Let's see what's going on with gold. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, gold is a little trickier to trade. Um, I mean, you can look at this and say, yeah, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. A little choppy here. Nice drop here this morning. And then, yeah, it drops down quite a bit. Then shoots back up. And then we had this candle right here. 1035, 1037 right now. And that was pretty big. That could have wiped out a lot of people. Even the MGC, the micro gold, you could still get wrecked. Let's get back to the MNQ. Okay, so it looks like it's recovering a bit. If it breaks through here, which looks like it's going to, that may be worth a long position. I'm not going to rush that. Otherwise, We see some longs coming in here. Buyers are stepping in. Um, this could be a long position. And it's about that time, 10:38. Direction has taken place. I
Order
want to grab it.
filled.
Let's grab it. Let's see if we can get a little something out of this. I'm just looking for base hits. Let's just see where it goes. Just a little bit up. I like to risk 200 on every trade. That would be 400 ticks. Let's see here.
Order
Uh,
filled.
yeah, I had to close that out. I was just sitting there too long. I look for quick moves. If it's not happening right away, I prefer not to get stuck with it. And this is the time of day where volatility is still can still be pretty strong. So if you hang out in a trade and it's not going your direction yet, 100%, you just got to close it. You can always get back in. Don't worry about the commission fees and all that stuff. It's nonsense. You just get out and get right back in. So yeah, it pulled back a little bit and it's kind of just chilling. This could come back down. It's not likely, but it could. I mean, you think after that momentum shoot right back up that we're just going to continue on back up. Well, if this 5-minute red candle here gets past 50% of the previous candle, then we need to think about that, whether it's going to range out or it's going to continue on down. So we'll just have to wait and see. It could. Let's drop this down to the 3-minute. Yeah, this is it's interesting. Will it overlap? I don't know. This might be worth a
Order
buy.
filled.
Yeah, I'm gonna gamble on this one just a little bit. Remember, we're only using one MNQ, one contract, keeping it safe. Keep it safe. And if it does come all the way back down, I'm just gonna get out. If it breaks this level over here, it might not be worth staying in. Let's see. Lots of room to the upside, lots of room to the downside. Let's be patient. Let's see what happens. The beauty of just trading with the one MNQ is that you don't stress. Your mental capital is perfectly fine. This could overlap this. It's looking like it might, at least on the 3. Let's go back up to the 5. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, this looks heavy. This is looking heavy. Let's see what happens here. Looking heavy. Could pull back. May need to give this more room because I think it's going to pull back. I'm just going to drag it down here. I know that's quite a bit of a drag, but let's just move it out of the way just in case because we've seen these wick before. We've seen them wick out. It's not likely it's going to happen. but it could. And, a lot of the volume is up top here. Doesn't mean it's going to go back, but once you get familiar with how the MNQ moves, you start widening your stops. Yeah. Even 400 ticks is almost not enough. And you also have to remember you got drawdown. On the drawdown we got here on this 50K account is $2,500. So 400 tick stop. A 400 tick stop is not much, but you got to be patient. If it gets away, if the trade, if price gets away from your position, you can't freak out. You just got to relax. It's one contract. And if it doesn't go your way, then you take the loss. You get back to it. But the key really is patience. Sometimes you wonder if the market makers know exactly where our stops are, right? I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know. But it appears we got some buyers coming in now. So my gamble may have worked out. We'll see. We will see. It's 10:45. So market's still trying to figure out if it wants to go up or down. And right now it's not doing much. Okay, a candle looks like it's about to turn green. This 5-minute candle on the MNQ. Looks like it's about to turn green. We'll see. I think it had a path. Before the news um, from Trump, before that news, I think it had a path down. That's the concerning part. His news pretty much changed everything. And that headline, you call it, right? It was a headline. It shook the market up. We could go back up. We could range now. I mean, anything goes at this point. Anything goes at this point. I don't like this trade right now. I don't like it because it's just not doing anything, which tells me that it could get heavy. How heavy? That's a tough one. I mean, if you look over here on the left, this is where the real trend is, the real direction in that larger time frame. Let's be patient. Let's be patient. Will I look for the entire 200 tick take profit? Probably not. I don't usually let them run all the way to the take profit. Um, the MNQ is just, it's too wicky. And oh, what's this? Got some buyers coming in here again. Yeah, the MNQ is a bit wicky. So you just got to be patient and make sure you give enough room. And you can do that when you're trading one MNQ contract. You can do that. You can afford to do that. You got the time. Fewer contracts create time. Too many contracts, and now you have pressure on you, and you're getting worried. Every tick it makes, you're thinking, oh boy, this is getting big. You don't have to think that way. You end up preserving your mental capital so you can make better decisions. Looks like it's going to pop up through, but you got to be patient because anything can happen. Yeah, so we're trading Bulenox accounts. These are two Bulenox accounts. I got a 50K and a 25K. And the trade that we're in right now is the 50K. As you can see up top, just look up top. You can see the display name. I think a lot of buyers are coming in here. I think people want this to go up. That's what I'm thinking, but we'll see. Right now, we're just like, we don't know what direction we're going. I wonder what the tilt is. Whether MNQ has got it, or I'm sorry, whether the buyer's got it or the seller's got it. What's the tilt? We're going to see a bar hit anytime now. Whether it's going to be red or green. Got a feeling, though, it's going to go up. Okay, so a lot of buyers came in on that little pullback there. When that 5-minute candle turned red, that's when the buyers were looking for a little jump in. But yeah, like right now, like it's just chopping sideways up. Let's just go to let's go to the 1 minute. Let's take a look at that. And you can see here, it's just sideways now. But it's looking heavier. That could change. I don't like looking at these smaller time frames. Um, just to get in and out. Because it's too much mess. There we go. There's some buyers we were looking for. Let's see where it goes. Let's see where it goes. I mean, we're not looking for much here. Maybe, I don't know, 20, 30 ticks. Let's see. See where it goes. I'd like to get about 20, 30 ticks, maybe more. I mean, it's breaking through that level, so that's good. But how high will it go? Let's see. You know, in the past, I would just dump a bunch of contracts on there. We'll take those 34 ticks. We got 155 now on that 50K account. That's good. And that's good. All right. There's no regrets. We didn't take too little. We didn't try and get too much. Wait. We're hitting base hits. That's what's happening here. We're hitting base hits. That's good. It's going to go higher. That's a good question. Good question. That's a massive wick. And it looked like that this day was going to head downward. And I'm not sure about that now. I'm not so sure about that now. Yeah, we're at 1440p, 60 FPS. Um, the stream should look really great. Let's just take a look over here. Yeah, yeah, the stream looks good. Stream looks good. Hope the audio is coming through. Actually, yeah. In fact, it'd be a good time for me to test out the audio levels. How about now? Test 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Let's see how it sounds. It looks like we may be getting another push up. Let's see what happens here. Maybe a little pullback before we go back up. Maybe buyers coming in right about there. This candle could be sneaky and could just walk right around those two big green ones. Yeah, so we're trading two Bulenox accounts. 150K and 125K. And right now I am not in a trade. Yeah, not too many indicators in this chart. We got the volume profile. And let's go up here. Let's see what else we can add to this. Actually, hold on a second. I have to keep an eye on that. Yeah, if we go to the ADX, ADX is good for direction, trend direction. And this purple line, not crazy about this. Let's make this red. Here we go. Are we popping back up? Looks like we may. All right, so we broke onto a new 60-minute candle. And it was green, but turning red. Yeah, on the 5. Now the way this candle is coming down here, it looks like we may continue where we were going before, which is straight down there. Or we could just continue sideways. All right, how long have we been live now for? Let's see. Under an hour. 45 minutes. Yeah, it's looking heavy. Shorts stepping in. I might try and grab some of this.
Order filled.
Let's see what happens here. Looks like it might. Not looking for much. You know how I do it. Base hits. Looks like it's going to go right back to where it was going. Yeah, you got to be patient. When it comes to trading, good things come to those who wait, especially when you don't have a lot on your trade. You got one MNQ, you can afford to sit and wait. Yeah, I could have grabbed that, but it was only like 16 ticks. I'd try and go for like 20, 30 at least. Unless the market says, hey, you don't take those 5 ticks, you're done. Hopefully that doesn't happen. But what happens is when these levels get broken, a lot of people break even. They get out. And then you just watch it just continue on. You watch it continue on its path.
Order
I'll just
filled.
take that. It wasn't much. It actually pulled back a little bit more than I wanted, but um, yeah, the direction is down. You know what I did that kind of helped me? I stopped paying so much attention to what the other streamers are doing. Um, yeah, because I realized that we all trade different. We all trade with a different mindset. Maybe not so much the mindset, because I think we're all kind of like on the same page as far as that goes, but we all have different strategies in the way we manage risk. So, yeah, this looks like it's going to pull back here a little bit. Um, and a part of me feels like I should just like relax and just chill right here. But we're also, I actually think we're going to come back down here to this area here, somewhere around here, I think, give or take. Yeah, so not so bad so far for the day. 163 on the 50K. We need just a little under 2,000, or right about 2,000 to pass the 50K from here on out. And the 25K, we need $344. So not too bad. 344 to pass. Problem is the activation fee. The activation fee on the 50K and the 40K. I'm sorry, the 50K and the 25K. It's like the same, just about, which kind of sucks. But you can pass 25K in half the time, which is great. And you can start working on your getting a payout at that point. You pay the activation fee and you start working on getting a payout. So this is my second stream. Congrats to me. I just decided not to use the webcam today. It's just easier. I don't have to do anything with the lighting. I don't have to brush my hair. I don't have to do anything. So it's kind of nice. Um, it's not so great for the viewers, I know. And you guys like webcams. I'm the same way. If I go to a channel and I see that, they're streaming and there's no webcam, I'll hang out for like, a few seconds. If I don't hear any talking, no activity, and I just see charts, I take off and look for someone else. I get it. But this channel is different. Why is it different? Because we got full screen NinjaTrader. We got full transparency up top, nice and bright. This way everybody can see it. I think the format looks clean. And I think my trading strategy is pretty legit. Even though I have not taken a payout yet, that's coming. I promise you. And I got a feeling I'm going to pass both of these. I don't want to pass them both right away because that's $300 I have to come up with. And I'm not rich. So that's a chunk of money. I'll probably end up passing the 25K first. And then take my time with the 50K. But that's why I'm actually doing good on both these accounts, because just recently my mindset flipped. And it's just, I kind of like the light bulb went off, you know what I mean? And things just feel like, they just feel easier. Like I'm seeing things easier. I'm seeing setups easier. I think the key thing really is I'm managing my risk better. When I decided to just stick with one contract, it changed everything. It really did. It was just like the biggest change. So every once in a while, I would drop another contract on and another one. And it was impatience, it was FOMO. That just doesn't work. Not when you have a strict drawdown. You got to be careful because these accounts go quick. I've been trading now for probably, I think I bought my first prop firm account 3 years ago. And I took like 7 months off. I didn't touch trading. So it's like 2.5 years for me. We'll see how it goes. I think I'm doing all right. I've heard stories where people not profitable for, 5, 6 years. I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening to me. I mean, I hope not. But so far, so good as far as my progress goes. I feel like I've learned quite a bit. I feel like I'm on that final stage where that I should be taking a payout soon, getting funded. I passed one of these I passed the 50K Bulenox probably like 5 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago. So I can do this. Problem was back then, the markets were perfect and my strategy was trash. Now, the markets are erratic and my strategy is much cleaner. It's the one contract and it's patience. And that's what's doing it. And we're going to continue on that path and we'll see how it works out. So far, so good. I haven't had a red day in probably a month. In fact, I think I might have had a red day on one of these accounts once in a month. And it's been almost a month since I've had both these accounts. And I'm not rushing it. You can't rush this stuff. You can only take what the market gives you. You cannot rush it. Every day the market produces setups, patterns, structure. And after a while, after you see it every day over and over again, and this is all about screen time, it just starts to sink in. And you can't rush that. The only thing you can do is just take it day by day. One of those things. Sometimes people just don't get it. They can't. They can't do it. It's the mindset. Maybe I have an advantage because I'm older. I don't know. You know, you get older, you learn, you figure things out. When you're a kid, your parents tell you, don't do it, don't do it. What do? You do it anyway. And you do it, and you do it. And then what happens? 20, 30 years later, you realize, wow, my parents were right. So it looks like we got some buyers coming in. I might just take this, but there's no confirmation yet because we still got all this here. Okay. You have to look at that. And on the 60, we got all this here. So let's see what happens. I am in no rush. You know, the part about this job that messed me up in the beginning was that you got to sit and wait. I'm not used to that. When I was, you know, back when I was a kid, you know, when you're working, you're doing something. You're physically moving. You're actively doing something. With this, you're sitting in a chair and you're watching the candlesticks produce patterns. It's way, way different than anything I've done in my life. I've always had active jobs. But trading is awesome. Love it. I just wish I would have gotten into it earlier. But it's something that's always interested me in the markets. So yeah, see that it just went up to this point here and it pulled back because sellers are thinking, okay, I could see how this could be a little seller thing going on here because, well, we were going in this direction, right? You're going to have people wanting to double down. You know, maybe they got positions down here or they got shorts, you know, down here in this area here. Um, if that's the case, if the sellers are strong enough, it could happen. We could see a nice big red candle, but I don't know. No one really knows. Got to chill. Right now, um, nothing's happening. It's almost 20 after 11. And we dropped down, came back up, and now we're going consolidating sideways. So yeah, if anybody has any questions about how to use this program, I'm pretty good with NinjaTrader. Um, I created this volume profile with AI, and it's really simple. I mean, all you got to do is ask AI to create you a volume profile for NinjaTrader, and they code it up. Simple as that. You might have to go through it a few times to fine tune it, like I did. But this volume profile does not come with NinjaTrader. And the better indicators, the volume indicators, those are typically paid. NinjaTrader wants you to pay for those. But we don't have to do that now. So we have AI that can code these indicators for us. So we're getting some confirmation here. It's breaking through this area here. I'm going to grab some of that.
Order filled.
Let's see how much we can get out of this. I don't know. I'm going to
Order
take that
filled.
20 right there. All right, we got 172. All right, a little bit more, not much. That's fine. That's how you got to do it. Well, okay, that's not how you got to do it, but that's how I do it. A lot of traders have different styles and different strategies. As long as you're managing your risk properly and you're not losing money. So however you decide to not lose money, that's a good strategy. I don't care what it is. If you're not losing money, you're doing something right. It might not be ethical. It might not be something that everybody else agrees with, but you're doing something that is correct because you're not losing money. When you start losing money, you got to say, hey, what am I doing here? Let's back up. Let's think about this for a second. And that's what I did day after day after day after day, month after month. Kept losing. I mean, I'd come close to passing these. I won't say I haven't. I've come close to passing probably a dozen, at least. And then something happens. You start oversizing. That's really what it is. You oversize. Or maybe if a trade goes against you, you add to the loser. So you can bring your price, you can bring your position close to the price. That's not what you do. That's not how you manage money. If it starts going away from you too far, you got to take the loss. It's a paper cut. It's the cost of being able to do this for a living. That's what it is. That's what it is. So yeah, I do plan on putting some background music on uh, in the near future, like very near future. Just something very light, something easy, and keeping the charts very clean. This is the look I like, and I think it's good for the stream too because you guys can see the realized P&L, the total P&L, unrealized, net liquidation, which is the number that Bulenox actually looks at. So, yeah. So right now, it appears I've made some good decisions today. The market is actually going sideways from that point on, and I've been keeping it very, very tight. Um, and if you want to see what that consolidation looks like, just drop it down to the smaller time frame. You can get right in there. You can see that we've just been going sideways pretty much from, well, from this point on here, 10 o'clock or so. That's quite a bit of chop. I mean, you can still make money on this, but it's still quite a bit of chop. But yeah, it's very important to flip back and forth time frames. If you're not flipping back and forth through time frames, you're not doing your job. And that's with every trader. Every single trader does that. You have to flip back and forth through your time frames. Even check out the volume, check out the ticks. It's important. You need to see what all that stuff looks like. See this, it's very tricky, right? You're thinking, it's got like this little curve here, little hook, right? Turning around, coming back up. It might do that, right? It might do that, but when? And is it within your time frame? Meaning, is it going to happen today? Do you got things to do? That kind of stuff. I do actually. I have another job. I have another job. So yeah, I hope everybody appreciates the stream. I do my best to educate you guys, let you guys know what I've learned and how it's helped me. Hopefully it helps you guys. See if we go back here on the daily. See, this is the daily chart. You got to do stuff like this. You have to look at the daily and the 1 hour. You got to speculate. Where is it going from here? Where do you think it's going from here? It looks like it's going to go up from here, especially on this right side here when you drill into the time frames. Personally, I think anything lower than the 5, I think is noise. But I do like to get in there and check it out just to see what it looks like, see what's going on, and then I get the hell out. Yeah, it looks like it's going to pull back up. Maybe I'll add some to the 25K. Yeah, it's got a ways to go. It's got a ways to get through this too. It's got to come through all this nice thick level right here. And it's right about there. So this is a point where it would actually pull back a little bit. We'd begin to see a wick here maybe, because you got these levels. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you got this a little bit here, right here in the middle. Yeah, I don't want to pass these too fast actually, because then I have to come up with 100 and almost 150 for activation per account. It's a chunk of money. All right, so I think that's going to be it for the stream. I got a few things I have to take care of today. Um, and I plan on streaming like this every morning if possible. The conditions have to be aligned with what we're doing here around the house. And I don't have a studio. I don't have a separate area to do this in. So it's kind of like out in the open. And yeah, so that's going to be it for today. And hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And I'll see you next time.